Welcome and Shabbat Shalom to all who join us this morning. Everybody seated and appropriately socially distanced. I'm Rabbi Dennis Sasso of Congregation Beth-El, and I would like to extend a special welcome to our Bat Mitzvah, Bella Page Mauer. To the Mauer and to the Goldberg extended families, and to our Beth-El friends, and all of you who join us from near and far for this very special Shabbat celebration. We know that many of you would have wanted to attend this service in person, but given the requirements of social distancing and the limitations of travel, we are grateful for the technology that can bring us together. So welcome to Beth-El without walls. This experience is unique in the history of our congregation. Bella is a pioneer, our first Zoom bat mitzvah, and I can think of no better qualified young person for this honor. Bella and her family have been most understanding and cooperative in the details and the choreography of this ceremony, so that we might enjoy this Shabbat service while observing the necessary public health directives that will ensure the safety and the health of everybody. I'd like to extend special thanks to our Executive Director, Shari Lip-Levine, to our Communications Coordinator, Jackie Goldstein, to George Kelly, our Education Director, Cantor Melissa Cohen, and Rabbi Jenny Greenspan, who, in addition to helping to prepare Bella for this service, have assisted with setting up and managing our technology. Special word of gratitude also to Willie Hall and our devoted custodial staff for preparing and maintaining our facility above and beyond the necessary protocols. We are following medical expert guidance in managing this service and the participants involved. Present on the bima are Bella and her parents, Linda and Todd, and sitting in the congregation are sisters, Alexis and Tessa, along with grandparents, Janie and Mickey Mauer, and Janie and Tommy Goldberg. All other family and friends, service participants, and Torah honorees will be connecting virtually from their homes and will be unmuted as your turn arrives. Cantor Melissa and I will be at opposite ends of our spacious bima, and there are staff at a distance and in adjacent rooms supervising the video that will bring you today's celebration virtually. Cantor Melissa Cohen will be singing facing the sanctuary auditorium with no one facing her, and I am at the opposite end with no one sitting directly in front of me. We will both be wearing masks at any time that we leave our pulpits to come within 6 feet distance of Bella and family participants, as will be the grandparents when they join us on the bima. We have carefully marked the floor of the bima with tape, delineating 6-foot parameter segments, but most importantly, and beyond attention to these health safety regulations, we are going to overcome social distancing with the warm feelings of personal intimacy and affection for our bat mitzvah, for her family, and for all who celebrate today. Bella, this service will zoom by all too fast. So enjoy the moment and savor the memories. I'd like to invite all of you who are watching, participating from your homes to put your computers on speaker view so that you can see the Bima and Bella as the services unfold. Shabbat Shalom to all, and Mazel Tov to the proud family. I'd like to invite you to use your Beth-El Tzedek website resources for the conduct of the service. We are going to be using the Lev Shalem prayer book, plus some additional materials that you can access through the synagogue website. We will begin the service on page 101 as the cantor sings Ma Tovu, how good it is to come together in this house of God. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel.
Please join with me from your columns.
Bella will now read us the beautiful Hashachar, the morning blessings of Thanksgiving on awakening to a new day, page 103 and 104 with the prayer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan la'aseh bina lamachin bein yom u'belayla. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani b'tzolomah. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani b'horim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Elkeach Ivrim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Mavish Avrumi. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Matir Asurim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tov Kef Ufim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam B'ka ha'aretz al hamayim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamehi mitzadei gaber. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa li kod sorki. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Azer Yisrael b'gvura. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yisrael b'tzivara. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hanoten la'ya'ef ko'ach.
Amen. Bella continues on page 122, Baruch She'amar, the celebration of God's creative providence.
Baruch she'emar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch oseh bereshit. Baruch gazer u'mekayem. Baruch merachim ha'aretz. Baruch merachim al habriyot. Baruch meshalem tzadar lirecha. Baruch ha'la'ad v'kayam lanetzach. Baruch modeh u'matzil. Baruch Shalom.
We continue on page 136,
Ella will lead us in the chanting of Ashrei, selections from the Psalms. We follow the transliteration of these verses on page 181. So page 136 or 180.
Ashrei Ashrei Beiteka, O Yechalucha Selah.
Ashrei ha'am shekachalono, Ashrei ha'am shadonai Elohav.
Tehillah leDavid, Haramim Beth-El HaMelech, Ve'avachah Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed.
Ve'ol yom ha'berachah, Hallel shimcha le'olam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai im kula me'od, Elikato ein heker.
Dor ledor yeshabat ha'asacha, u'kvaratecha yakitu.
Hadar kavododecha, v'divrei niflotecha asika.
Ve'ezus norotecha yomeru, u'gdulatecha asafrana.
Tehiratucha yabiu, v'tzidkatka yiraninu.
Anu v'rachum Adonai, erech ha'chayiru v'dol chesed.
Tov Adonai lecho, v'rahaman al kol ma'asav.
Yotucha Adonai v'mahasecha, v'chasitecha yegarechucha.
Kevo malchutka yomeru, u'gvuratecha yadaberu.
Ve'hotia lifnei ha'adam kevorotah, u'kvod ha'kor malchuto.
Malchutka malchutka olamim, u'memsoktecha bechol dor vador.
Tomech Adonai lechol ha'nochrim, v'tokech lechol ha'nochrim.
Einei kol elecha yesaberu, ve'ata notin lachem et ochlam ve'ito.
Poteach et yadacha, u'masir lechol charatzon.
Tzadik Adonai bechol derachav, ve'hatzid bechol ma'asav.
Harov Adonai lechol kohorav, lechol asher yikra'uhu be'emet.
Ve'tzon yirei ad yaseh, ve'et shav'atam yishma ve'yoshiem.
Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, ve'it kol harsha'im yashmid.
Tehilat Adonai yadal berpi, v'barecha kol basar, shem kodsho le'olam va'ed. Anach nevaveya, ma'aseh ha'shalom. Hallelujah.
We continue on page 148, and we ask you to rise if you are present or are able. Page 148 of the Kaddish.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'amad tiberach yirtei, ve'amik machutei, ve'chayim yofechon, u'chayetecho beit Yisrael. V'adalam b'zman ha'arim, ve'imleru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yipar v'yitraman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kedusha v'riv le'elah mikol v'yachuta v'shirata tushbekata v'ne'emata dam yiram ve'am ve'yimeru. Amen.
Rise, continue standing on page 149. Call to prayer, and we will continue through the Shema, page 155.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Yotzer or uboreh choshech, oseh shalom uboreh hakol.
Praise are you, Adonai, creator of time and space, both light and darkness, reigns firmly in all creation. Continue with the affirmation of faith, Shema, page 155 through 56.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We join together in the closing words of the Ahafta, page 156. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Seated. Continue on page 158. Give thanks to the freedom. Words of Moses, Miriam, and the Israelites sang as they journeyed towards the land of promise. Come on.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נעדר בקודש, נודע תהילות עושי פלא, שיר חדשה שיבחו גאולים לשמך על שפתיים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד, צור ישראל אומה בעזרת ישראל, וכבדי לנומך יהודה וישראל. גו עלינו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני גאי ישראל.
Rise, continue to come down to page 159 and to the chant of the first lesson.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וסופר חסדי אבות ואמות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שריו.
Transition to page 161. We hallow God's name as it is hallowed, high heavens, in the words of the prophet Isaiah. Kadosh, 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 holy, holy, holy is Adonai. The world is filled with God's glory. Closing verse, Shah, Ador, Ador, from generation to generation, proclaim your sin.
לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד הוד לנו, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו, ניבינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי אל מלך גדול, כי אל מלך גדול, וקדוש אתה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל, הקדוש.
Pause for a moment of silent prayer. Sing shalom, toda ubracha, el b'chesed v'rachamim, aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Grant peace, goodness, and blessing, grace, love, compassion, to the household of Israel and to all the world. May it please you to bless all people with the gift of peace, all the time. Forever.
עושה שלום בברכה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Today marks 3 months, exactly 90 days, since we last gathered in this sanctuary for Shabbat services, on March 14th, 2020. It is good to be back on this sacred bima and this beautiful sanctuary. As we are about to introduce the Torah service, let me offer a brief explanation and commentary of our readings. See, Bella's bat mitzvah ceremony was originally scheduled for the Shabbat of March 21st, 2020. Bella and the family will be reciting the first 4 aliyot from Bella's originally assigned Torah portion, Yakhel Pekudei, the closing chapters of the book of Exodus. Her maftir and her haftorah then honored Shabbat HaChodesh, the special Shabbat announcing the month of Passover, which you will remember was the first major holiday we observed in quarantine. The cantor will be reading the 5th, 6th, and 7th aliyot from this week's Torah portion, the Ha'alot from the book of Numbers. Thus, we will be honoring both the reading that Bella had prepared and the portion for this Shabbat. Bella will be speaking to us a little bit later about the meaningful lessons that she has gleaned from her Torah portion. Allow me to reflect on the reading for this week. Beha'alotcha opens with details regarding the 7-branched candelabrum or menorah. The menorah was a permanent symbol of Judaism since then. The monumental Arch of Titus in the ancient Roman Forum contains a relief of the menorah taken as a trophy by the Romans following the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple in the year 70 of the Common Era. 2,000 years later, in 1948, the menorah became the symbol of the reborn state of Israel. The menorah shines in every synagogue. More significantly, it shines here today, in the eyes, and the words, and the joyful smile of our Bat Mitzvah. The light of the menorah is not dimmed, it is rekindled anew from generation to generation. In the Haftarah for this Shabbat, which is also read on Hanukkah, the prophet Zechariah has a vision of the menorah, and the text proclaims, "This is the word of Adonai, not by strength, chayil, and not by power, koach, but by my spirit, ruchi, says the Eternal. Lo v'chayil ve'lo v'koach, ki im beruchi." Zechariah's words, "not by strength nor by power, but by my spirit," do not mean that power is in and of itself bad. The ruach, the spirit of how and for what purposes power is used, determines its moral values and consequences. The word ruach, or spirit, first appears in Genesis, the story of creation. Ruach Elohim, the Spirit of God, hovers over the face of the void, the chaos of the unformed world. So the ruach, the spirit, is the loving, creative, life-giving process that will also later be breathed into the first human being. When strength and power are devoid of ruach, of spirit, they are destructive and violent. When infused by its loving, purposeful, creative intent, strength and power can be good and godly. How relevant and meaningful is this message for us today as we witness power abuses in the midst of an even more powerful pandemic? I do not talk about partisan politics on the pulpit. The issues that we face at this time transcend partisanship. They're not about Democrats versus Republicans, liberals versus conservatives, left versus right, religious versus secularist. The issues before us are about the very core of our democracy, the ethics of our humanity, and the ethos, the ruach, the spirit of our nation. They are about equality or inequality, about unity or division, about shared aspirations or separate destinies. When the leader of a democracy threatens to dominate civilian protesters, to deploy the military and quickly solve the problem, that is not strength and power, it is violence and force devoid of ruach and spirit. The power of law enforcement can be used positively or negatively. The power of protest can be used peacefully or violently. The power of office can be used to inspire and unite, or to conspire and divide. We can treat human life precious or as indispensable. We can be indifferent or we can assume responsibility. Judaism demands that we do not stand idly by the blood of our neighbor. There is a remarkable passage in the book of Deuteronomy regarding a murdered body that is found in the field with no evidence of who committed the crime. The Torah stipulates that the distance be measured from the body to the nearest city, and that the leaders of that city assume responsibility for the crime by performing a ritual of atonement to expiate collectively for the murder. That is quite amazing. No guilty party found, but we are all accountable. And the Talmud records an even more poignant teaching. It says, anyone who has the capability of protesting the sinful conduct of the members of his household and does not protest is liable for the sins of his household. If one is in a position to protest for the sinful conduct of the members of his town and fails to do so, he is liable for the sins of his town. If one is in a position to protest the sinful conduct of the whole world and fails to do so, he is liable for the sins of the whole world. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, who stood side by side with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the struggle for civil rights, admonished us. In a free society, some are guilty, but all are responsible. The great 20th century moral philosopher Martin Buber reminds us, we cannot avoid using power. So let us, cautious in diction and mighty in contradiction, love powerfully. May we as a nation learn to use power and strength, the spirit of love and understanding, the ruach of forgiveness and truth, of justice and of peace. So help us God. Amen.
Service continues on page 168 with the introduction to the Torah reading. Any comment, page 168.
Adonai Adonai Yavarich et Amo Bashalom. Yerushalayim, Baruch Shenatan, Torah, Torah, Baruch Shenatan, Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'kedushato.
This is the Torah, Israel's covenant of truth, righteousness,
transmitted to the long generations of our faith, Moses to the prophets, rabbis to disciples, parents, grandparents, children, and from the people Israel to the world. This Shabbat, we continue this long chain of our tradition as Bella, presence of the grandparents and parents, receives the Torah as she becomes Beth-EL.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonai, Kadosh Shema.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonai, Kadosh Shema. Gadol Adonai Yiti, Unaronenu Samoyata. Let me high to the land that I will show you. Let me high to a place you do not know. Let me high on your journey. I will bless you, and you shall be blessed. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Let me
I put on the Talit as a reminder that I now become a responsible member of the Jewish people. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu litatei b'tzitzit.
Bella Bambina, Principe Samia. Wow, we are here on the Bina to watch you become a Bat Mitzvah. Just a few months later than we expected. I am so proud of your resilience and positive attitude throughout this process. You have managed all of your responsibilities with grace and poise. And you rode the COVID-19 roller coaster in stride and never once complained about how this pandemic impacted your Bat Mitzvah. I am in awe of you. As you know, Dad had to encourage me to be open to the idea of having 3 kids. I had no idea how beautiful, how bellissimo our life would be. Man-to-man defense just made sense. But from the moment you entered our life, I embraced the zone, and our life has never been the same in the most beautiful, bellissimo way. Sweet Bella, you are the icing on our cake. You make life and everything in it sweeter. You find beauty everywhere. I used to have to secretly throw out the trash for fear you would see something beautiful that you just had to keep for an art project. Mom, don't you see that rainbow? While it was a bit annoying at times, I learned that your ability to see beauty everywhere is a precious gift. You help us recognize and embrace all of life's rainbows. You also see the beauty in people and help bring out the best in them. You are positive, resilient, and embody genuine kindness. I recall in the first grade, one of your friends said, Bella is the good in the world. That has not changed. At 13, you are still the good in the world and the good that this world needs. That kindness, love, compassion, and understanding comes from your core. You have deep empathy, which allows you to understand and share others' feelings. Your hugs are legendary, and I am grateful I get to enjoy them every single day. Your tour portion teaches the importance of gratitude. That is quite fitting because it is part of your innate nature. You never miss a sunset and always stop to smell the roses. You notice and appreciate what is around you. Bella, you are sweet. You are sweet and you have a beautiful, kind soul. Dad and I love you for all that you are. We are honored to be your parents and have been blessed to see the world through your eyes. You are our calm amidst the chaos of these uncertain times. And you spread goodness and light wherever you go. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Bella, full of light and love. Our hope is that you continue to be the light, spread the light, and find the light, even in the darkest of times. I love you, sweet Bella.
My allergies make my eyes water so much, Bella. Bella, many of these speeches to the bat mitzvah start with, I remember the day you were born. I do remember that day. But I really remember the day your mom thought it would be a good idea to have another child. I was ecstatic. The family was so excited for your arrival. Your sisters had a countdown calendar for months, anxiously awaiting your arrival. You definitely made our family complete. And here we are, some 13 years later, embracing you becoming a bat mitzvah. I'm supposed to give you advice, a charge to go out and do something to change the world. I have to be honest, Bella, I had a difficult time drafting remarks to you. Why, you may ask? Well, Bella, I might encourage you to be a hard worker in everything you do, whether you are good at it or not. However, you already work hard and independently. Of course, I might tell you how important it is to see the positive side of people, but quite often you remind me of this. I could tell you that kindness is the key to all relationships, but you are one of the kindest people on the planet. It'd be important for me to tell you to always treat people how you want them to treat you, but you always treat people better than you expect them to treat you. And I should definitely tell you, Bella, to work hard in school, but you are the most determined kid, self-driven to be successful. You have an excellent work ethic. Bella, the advice I should give you is clearly not needed for you. Just keep being the most incredible, awesome, smart, kind person that you already are. A final charge is often given something like, Go out and change the world. Bella, you are already making waves. You inspire me and others to be kinder, nicer, more thoughtful. You are changing the world already. With your leadership here today, having the first Zoom Mitzvah in Beth-El history, and especially, as Mom mentioned, with your famous, deep, and genuine hugs. Keep it up and do not let anyone change who you are. And this brings me to what I want most for you in your life, Bella. I want you to continue to be strong and a confident woman. I want you to advocate fiercely for that which you believe. Have passion and compassion. Help others and help yourself. Love others and love yourself. Oh, and lastly, Bella, it's always okay to hug and kiss your dad.
As we're about to transition to the Torah reading, I'd like to call your attention that the first 4 aliyot will be read by members of the family. The Torah reading begins in the book of Exodus, chapter 35 at verse 1. If you're following a time Torah commentary, it's page 552. And I will be announcing pages as we go along. Other than the immediate family that is with us in the sanctuary this morning, the rest of the aliyot will be done by those honored will be at home, and we ask you to be ready when the turn for your aliyah is announced. So we turn now to the Torah reading. You can follow the date time also on Beth-El 613.org as the cantor and the family. First aliyah, we invite the parents of our Mitzvah, Linda and Howard, and selection from the Torah will be chanted by Noah.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaBarach. Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'nasa lanu es Toraso. Baruch Atah Adonai Nosein HaTorah.
Amen. Vaykel Moshe et kol adat b'nei Yisrael vayomer alehem eile hadvarim asher tzivah Adonai la'asot otam sheishet yamim ta'aseh melacha v'bayom hashvi'i yeh lachem kodesh Shabbat Shabbaton la'Adonai kol ha'esed bo Melchayumai, lo tevaru eish, bechol moshvotechem, beyom haShabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nasa lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nasa b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai Nosein HaTorah.
Second aliyah goes to Alexis and Tessa Bauer, Bella's sisters, and chanted from the Torah by Tessa.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaBarach. Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Reading in verse 21.
Amen. Vayavo kol ish asher nesa'o limo bechol asher nadva rucho oto teviu et erimat Adonai limlechet ohel moed ulechol avodato ulibigdei hakodesh vayavo Hanashim al Hanashim, Kol Medivle, Heviu, Pach Banezem, Betabaat Bechumas, Kol Keli Zahav, Bechol Ish Asher Hini, Tenufat Zahav Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Ya'alot Shishi.
For the third Aliyah, we invite grandparents, Jamie and Tom Goldberg, Jamie and Howard. Alexis will do the reading beginning at verse 23, chapter 35. 554, verse 20.
Amen. Bechol ish asher nimtza ito tehelet ve'argaman v'tolat shani v'shesh be'izim ve'orot elim ve'odamim ve'orot tehashim heviu v'merim terumah kesef u'nechoshet heviu et terumah Adonai Bechol asher nimtza ito atzei shitim leho melech et ha'avodah heviu.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam v'tavos okeinu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Ya'alot Revi'i.
For the fourth Aliyah, which will be chanted from the Torah by Todd Manor, and invite uncles and Michael Goldberg, Megan, and Greg Lauer, reciting Torah blessings from home. We're reading at verse 3, chapter 36, page 556.
This is also just say a reminder that this is also on the Chant Encounter section online, as well if you're following along, so sticking around. So Michael, we're waiting for your blessing.
Baruch Adonai HaMavorach. Baruch Adonai HaMavorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayiku milifnei Moshe. Hey, kol hatzruma asher heidihu b'nei Yisrael. Limle avodah hakodesh la'atzot ota v'hehehehehehem. Heidihu elav od Nedavar, Baboker, Baboker. Vayabohu, Kol Ha-Ha-Ha-Ha-Chamim, Ha'osim, Et Kol Melachet HaKodesh, Ish Mimakov, Asher Hema Osim. Vayomru El Moshe Vemor, Marbim Aham Lechadi Midei, Ha'avodah Memlacha. Asher Sitzva Adonai La'at Sokota Ve'yitzav Moshe Ve'at Viru Kol Demakanev Ve'mor Ish Ve'isha Aleyayat Tu'od Melecha Rumcha Kodesh Vayikale Acha Mehavi V'amlacha Haita Dayam Lecho Hamla Atzot Ota V'chol Teher. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosen haTorah.
Now turn to the Torah portion that corresponds to this Shabbat. And the entire Torah commentary to page 816. And we'll continue with the next 3 notes. On page 816, beginning at the book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 1. This Aliyah will go to aunts and uncle and cousins, Jill and Matt Burnett, Tyler and Cameron Burnett.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamorah. Baruch Adonai Hamorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayadaber Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el Aharon ve'amarta elav ve'alotecha et hanerot el mul bnei hamenorah ya'iru shivat hanerot vayaskin Aharon el mul bnei hamenorah ha'elah niroteha ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe Bezemase Hamorah Mikshah Hazahav Ada Yerecha Ada Pircha Mikshahi Kemar Asher Hera Adonai et Moshe Kinasa et Menorah. Blessing after.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Ya'amot Shishi.
Sixth Aliyah, we invite home, cousins Michelle, Aaron, Evan, Brandon, Austin, and Esther.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Vayadaber Adonai el Shelimor, Betalavi, Mitohufan Israel, Beti Hartahotam, Bepotasela, Bedaram, Hase Alehem, Mechatat, Be'eviru Ta'ar, Allah Kolabasaram, Bechibasu, Bigdehem, Behiteharu. Bela kachuba harben bakar umin katos dolat belubashamen ufar sheni ben bakar tikach lechatat. Blessing after.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah v'emet v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
For the seventh Aliyah, skip to chapter 12, Numbers, page 35, and verse 14. We invite cousins, Allison Babcock, Baron Housefield, Michael, and Casey Kaplan, who recited the blessings from them.
I did.
It's Sarah Housefield.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamorah. Baruch Adonai Hamorah Olam Ba'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe ve'avi hayarok yarak befaneha lo tikaleim shivat yamim tisager shivat yamim michutz lemachaneh ve'achar tiaseh v'tisager Miriam michutz lemachaneh shivat yamim ve'ha'am lo nasa ad tiaseh Miriam Ve'achar nasu ha'am mechatzerot v'yachanu v'midbar paran. Blessing after. Should be Michael and Casey Kaplan. Give him a second to find him.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
We have a moment of transition. Enter now rolls and Torah scrolls. Special mock here, Beth-EL with chanting. This is the mock here that Beth-EL chanted on her Mitzvah in March. As I said earlier, it's a mock here that introduces Shabbat HaKodesh in anticipation of Passover. You all remember Passover this past year, right? So Beth-EL is going to take us back in time. And it's appropriate to be called Passover. Freedom and the liberation and hope. The opponents and we capture the call, Beth-EL as the follow on page 380 of a tiny Torah commentary. It is chapter 12, the book of Shemot, Exodus. Page 380.
Ta'amot aniran Elisha bat Yehuda Yaakov Veleah bat Mitzvah Matira Chazaka.
Baruch et Adonai HaBorach.
Baruch Adonai HaBorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher banu v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe ve'el Aaron be'eretz Mitzrayim lemor. HaChodesh hazeh lachem rosh chodeshim v'shamchu lachem la'anshei Hashanah. Dabru el kol adat Yisrael lemor ve'asor lachodesh hazeh ve'yiku lachem ish zela ve'yavo zela v'yi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
We are about to perform the lifting and pressing of the Sefer Torah, talk about the Lila, and honorees from your homes that would have joined us on the Mitzvah today, our dear friends, Amy and Aaron Carol, Allie and Jim. This morning from home, Jim will be lifting the Torah, for which Alexis read at her home on the Mitzvah, and that has been an important part of the many celebrations of families in our congregation. And as Torah is lifted, let us symbolically stand in our places after embracing the call from the congregation and say the words of affirmation.
Torah, Moshe, Livnei b'nei Yisrael, Adiyat Adonai, Beyad Moshe.
Torah is being pressed. Let us all offer a prayer and good wishes for healing to him and to all our friends in the community and beyond, all people. This time, we keep it in our hearts. Prayers we should not have obeyed on Yitzhak and Yaakov. God bless our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless all who suffer illness, giving them patience, hope, and courage. And God bless them that they may be able to enjoy many happy Sabbaths and to thank God for the position for the blessings of health. Amen. Seated. Ella will now chant the Haftarah that is assigned for this Shabbat. We follow on page 1291. Actually, the Haftarah that she would have read at her Mitzvah, Shabbat Kodesh, that can be found on page 1291. It's assigned for a commentary is topic chapter 45, verse 16.
It's also on the online documents if you don't have it in sign at home.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nbi'im tovim v'ratzav b'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'masher avdo u'Yisrael amo Kol ha'aretz yihiu el ha'terumah hazo Lanasi Israel Be'ahanasi Ha'olo Be'amicha Be'anesef Bahagim Be'chorashim Be'shabbatot Be'chol Mo'adei Be'Yisrael Be'yaseh E'hachatat Be'tamikah Be'Ha'olah Be'Rashlamim Lechaper Be'ad Israel Kol Amar Adonai Elohim Barishah Echad LaKodesh Tikach Bar Ben Bakar Tamim Vehiteita Et Hamikdash Velakah Kohen Midam Chafatat V'natan El Mezuzat Habayit Be'el Arba Kino Ha'azara Lamizbeach Be'al Mezuzah Sha'ar Hechaser Ha'pini Ve'chei Ta'aset Be'shivah V'chodesh Me'yisoged U'mipeti Ve'hi Parchen Et Habayit Barishon Be'arba'ah Asar Yom LaChodesh Yeh Lachem HaPasach Chad Shavuot Yamim Matzot Yachel Ve'asah Hanasi B'yom Hahu Ba'ado U'ad Ho'am Ha'aretz Ha'chatat Ve'shi'at Yamechav Ya'aseh Allah La'adonai Shivat Parim Shivat Elilim Temimim Layom Shivat Hayamim Vechatat Terizim Layom Umincha Eifa Lapa Ve'eifa La'ayu Ya'aseh Ve'shemen Kilaifa Bashvi Bahamisha Asar Yom LaChodesh Be'chav Ya'aseh Kol Eileh Shivat Hayamim Chachatat Kolah Be'chamincha Be'chashamen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Sor Kol Hamim Tzadik Bechol Hadarot Ha'el HaNe'eman Ha'omer Ve'oseh Hamdaber U'mekayem Shechol Devarav Emet Based Ne'eman Atahu Adonai Eloheinu B'ne'emanim Devarecha Be'davarecha Nibarecha Achor Lo Yeshu Brekam Ki El Melech Ne'eman B'Rahman Atah Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaNe'eman Bechol Devarav Rachein Otzion Ki Beit Hayenu Ve'la'u Ba'nefesh Toshia B'mehera B'yameinu Baruch Atah Adonai Mesameach Zion Be'vanech Samkeinu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'eliyahu Hanavi Adecha U'malchut Beit David Meshichecha B'mehera Yavo Ve'egel Libeinu Al Kisa Lo Yeshev Zar Ve'lo Yinhelu Oda Heri Mekevodo Ki V'shem Kodesh Nishbata Lo Shelo Yichbei Nevo Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Magen David Al HaTorah Ve'al HaAvodah Ve'al Nevi'im Ve'al Yom HaShabbat Hazeh Shenatata Lanu Adonai Eloheinu L'tishavu L'nucha Lechavod U'tifaretz Al HaKol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu modim lach Berachim otach Yitzrach Shemcha Befi Kol Haitamid Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat
Tessa will be opening the doors of the yard in honor of the participants from home, Michael Goldberg and Bob Svensson, Ellis Hunkos, and Maggie Fleischer and Maggie Rubenstein, are good friends. And when the ark was opened at the beginning of the service, it was done in honor of Maggie Burnett, Eli Maurer, Jonah Maurer, and Sophie Maurer, Ellis Tyson. Those of you who are standing, please be seated. We're ready now to listen to Bella share with us a little lesson and her feelings about the significance of this day. A pleasure to introduce our Mitzvah, share her personal remarks with us.
My Torah portion is Beth-El. The part of my Torah portion that most interests me is when Moses says that it is important to have a day of rest, but I think that you have to earn it by working hard all other days of the week. This portion shows that if you do your work and feel good about it, you will be rewarded. This aspect of my Torah portion teaches me to always work before I rest or play. My parsha relates to me because I always try to work hard throughout the week so that I can have time to rest after completing my goals. For example, I worked hard on my Hebrew studies for many months and have learned about working hard on my own while we have been at home in quarantine for the last few months. I know that I'll get to celebrate my hard work when we celebrate next year. This lesson of completing my work before playing is something I've heard my parents say many times. I have learned that the observance of Shabbat includes work throughout the week. I have also learned that Shabbat is not just on Saturday. It is a reflection on what you did throughout the week. Shabbat is the day of rest because it is a special day to be able to spend time with friends and family. Shabbat is important because it allows my family and me to take a break from all our hard work and take time to be grateful for being able to be with each other. It is important to not work all the time, but also to not rest all the time. My original bat mitzvah date was in March, but a little thing called the coronavirus forced us to reschedule. I was sad I was not able to become a bat mitzvah in March, but I knew it was the right thing to do. Throughout this quarantine, I have found, as my mom would say, a silver lining. I got to spend so much more time with my family. We played games together, watched movies together, and made so many meals. I even made a few dinners myself that even included vegetables. Although the coronavirus is not a good thing, it has allowed me to have a 12-week Shabbat with my family, and for that I'm grateful. But I certainly hope to go back to school in the fall. Quarantine has given me the ability to recognize many things for which to be grateful, such as I have food, a loving family, I have a place to live, and I have good health. This brings me to my Mitzvah project. I have been collecting toys for sick children at Riley Hospital. Throughout quarantine, I have received many donations, but the kids need more. So please contribute to my Mitzvah project to help those who are not as fortunate as we are. Now I would like to extend thanks to just a few people that have helped me along the way. A special thank you to everyone at Beth-El who has worked so hard to make this morning service a reality. I know there are a lot of you behind the scenes working right now so that all my family and friends can be here virtually. Thank you, Rabbi Dennis and Rabbi Sandy, for being an important part of our family for many years. Thank you, Rabbi Jenny, for helping me write this speech. I'm very excited that you decided to come to Indianapolis. I look forward to learning from you for many years to come. Kim and Melissa. I'd like to thank Kim and Melissa for helping me learn all my blessings. You're such a positive person, and I hope to continue to hear your voice at our services for a long time. Thank you, George Kelly, and all the religious teachers for starting me on my religious journey. Thank you, Jeff Lincoln, for helping me learn all my Hebrew and preparing for this day, and enduring the endless schedule changes. Mimi and Papa, thank you for always knowing how to make me happy. I love going on trips with you and making amazing memories. Mimi, thank you for this amazing tally. I love it. I love being part of the family with you. Noe and Pocky, thank you for always making me laugh with jokes and making me smile when I sleep over. I love all the memories I've made with you. Lexi, thank you for being an amazing sister. I love all the memories we have made, from painting in your room to doing hair and trying to harmonize with Tessa. You always know how to make me smile. I love all the special moments we have shared at camp together. I don't know what I would do without you. I love you. Tessa, thank you for being a funny and awesome sister. I love being with you. You always know how to put a smile on my face, from laughing so hard at random things or singing our hearts out in the car. I love being able to always goof off with you. I love you so much, and I don't know what I'd do without you. Mom, I love how much we connect together. I love being with you, from playing cards, doing yoga, to reading on the couch and relaxing after sleep. You're such an amazing mom, and I don't know what I would do without you. I can always count on you to make me happy when I'm sad. Thank you for always being there for me. I love you so much. Dad, I love spending time with you, from reading Frog and Toad before bed when I was little to going on trips with you. You're such an amazing person, and I don't know what I would do without you. I can always count on you for a good laugh when I'm upset, or just all the time. You can always put a smile on my face. Thank you for always knowing how to make me happy. I love you. Bye. Finally, I would like to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom, and thank you for being a part of my Zoom Mitzvah.
Hi, Bella. Hey. Well, Bella, when we talked 3 months ago, a little bit more than that, in anticipation of your original Bat Mitzvah date, I asked you to share with me some words that you felt described you. The first word that came out of your mouth was, I am huggable. I love to hug, you said. I can just imagine then how much of an adjustment you've had to make during the last 3 months. I know you still get lots of hugs at home. And even though we cannot all give you a hug today, I want you to know that you're receiving many virtual hugs and kisses. The day will come when you'll have a lot to collect and to give. Bella, along with our virtual expressions of affection, today you receive the real love and admiration of your rabbis, cantor, teachers, the very mature way in which you have approached your preparing and and adjusting to the special circumstances of this day. You have chosen to celebrate your bat mitzvah in a way that affirms both tradition and recognizes the uniqueness of this moment. Fellow Rabbi Sandy and I have a long history with your family. From your great-grandparents down, we have been part of simchas and remembrances, Ashkenazi style and Sephardic style. Both your dad's and your mom's families have helped to build Beth-El Tzedek for generations. We are grateful to your dad, Todd, for leading and serving the congregation as our vice president, to your mom for the leadership and involvement in the federation and so many community activities. Bella, you're standing on the bima of the same congregation where two of your grandparents, both your parents, and your two sisters, Alexis and Tessa, celebrated their B'nai and Benot Mitzvah. But you're doing it in your own style. You're the very first virtual bat mitzvah in the history of the synagogue. But in addition to being a virtual bat mitzvah, you are also a virtuous bat mitzvah. Virtuous means that you're a person of good character. Bella, you combine a strong sense of responsibility with a very caring and happy disposition. And it is obvious from today that you know how to make the best of any situation. You told me that what you enjoy most is being with your family and your friends. You love family celebrations and traditions. You love especially gathering around holidays with your mom and the holiday bakers, with family. I know that you will carry on the tradition of tasty taralikos and burekas to a new generation, and you're wearing a talit that is part of the family tradition made by your grandmother. I think that you will be more than what you told me. When I asked you what you wanted to be, you said to me that you wanted to be an engineer because you like math and you would like to design buildings and bridges. Well, I think you're going to be also a social engineer. You know how to build relationships and to bridge people. Our tradition teaches that our children, Banecha, are our builders, Boneha. We will count on you to be a builder. Your parents, Todd and Linda, your grandparents, Mickey and Janie, and Tommy and Janie, have modeled for you what it means to help, to lead, and to build community in the synagogue and beyond. They see in you a young woman who is kind and sentimental, but also disciplined and motivated. Of course, they know that you are bright, but most importantly, they are proud that you have a good heart and that you always see the best in people and in situations. Bella, at this time in history, we need young people like you who have the heart, the mind, and the will to be builders of our people and our nation. We are counting on you. Mazel tov. I honor to offer a Mishaverach blessing in honor of this moment. I'd ask your mom and dad to place their hands over you on your shoulders. That's nice and cozy. God will bless our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca. Bless Isabella, Paige, Mauer, Elisheva, Yafa, Bat Yehuda, Yaakov, and Leah. Who has today been called to the reading of the Torah and the Haftarah in token of her desire to live a worthy Jewish life. Bella, may God, who was with you from birth and enabled you to grow to your present stature in body and in spirit, continue to be with you in the life that is ahead. May it be God's will that you continue to grow in health and in strength, in wisdom and in humility, in love and in courage, in faith and in loyalty, that you may ever be a joy to your parents, an honor to your people, and a true servant of God. Amen. Offer over you the blessing that otherwise I would be pronouncing at the bima. We ask mom and dad to place their hands to say, may God bless you and keep you. God be gracious to you and show you kindness. Send lach, shalom. May God look with favor upon you, grant you our life and health, joy, and peace. Amen. Mazel tov. Give her a kiss and a hug for me too. Bella, we have gifts for you that your dad has taken. There's a certificate. Actually, there are two certificates. There's a certificate from your original date, certificate from date. So you can say that you had a double bat mitzvah at Beth-El Center. That's right. And in the backpack for your Jewish journey, there is a prayer book to continue your spiritual journey in Judaism. There's a Torah to continue growing and learning in our tradition. It's a DACA box so that you can continue in the traditions of your family. And there is, what else is there? There's a there's a candle blessing, Kiddush cup, candlesticks, and Kiddush cup, and all the things that are necessary for Jewish celebration that are so much an important part. Love you. We're thrilled to celebrate this day, and you have set an example for all the young people who will follow. Mazel tov. You can go back to your seats. And the rest of us, I'd invite you to rise at your places as we join with Aleinu on page 205 for the conclusion of the service. We invite those of you who mourn the death of a loved one and all who remember to remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish. The words are on page 207. As a congregation, we remember our member who passed away this past week, Dr. Howard Sagalowski. We keep him in our hearts alongside those for whom we mourn, those the anniversary of whose passing occurred during the last week, and all in our community who have died in recent months, the victims of the coronavirus epidemic. We hold them and their families in our hearts. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ve'olma divra kirute ve'yamlich malchute. Chayekon u'vyomechon u'chayei b'chol Beit Yisrael va'agala u'bizman kariv ve'meru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'olmei olmaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpoar ve'yitroman ve'yitnaseh. Ve'yithadar ve'yitalev ve'yithalal shemei dekudsha berichu. Shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlamar Rabbah min shemaya ve'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav ve'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. May God, the source of peace, grant comfort to all who are bereaved, to the household of Israel, and to the whole world. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. Our president, Dan Fox, colleague and good friend, the father of our mitzvah, has some words and remarks at this time. Dan, from home.
Thank you, Rabbi. On behalf of the executive officers, of which Bella, your dad, is one, and the board of directors, Mazel Tov to Linda and Todd. Janie and Tom Goldberg, Janie and Mickey Maurer, and the entire family on helping Bella reach this day. Rabbi Dennis, thank you for bringing us all together appropriately in these times to exercise our Judaism on this occasion, and to Rabbi Jenny Cantalissa and organist Charles Manning for beautifying this service. So much effort was applied to produce today's service and make this celebration possible. Bella, in the spirit of making lemonade out of lemons, I say thank you for how you have accepted this situation and enabled yourself to perform all the duties of becoming a bat mitzvah, and therefore brought so much pride and joy to your family near and far, as well as the entire community. Your family has a long history here at Beth-El of leadership, the most recent of which is your dad, who I am fortunate to serve with as an executive officer, and look forward to the day a year from now when he will be the president of the board. Congratulations on your accomplishment today. Your classmates, including my daughter Avery, are taking notes for when they become B'nai Mitzvah under these circumstances, and so to that I also say thank you. You and your classmates will carry a special story and perspective throughout your Jewish lives that you can hold with pride. One programming note, please join Virtual Cocktail Judaism on Monday, June 22nd at 7:30 p.m. The topic is racism. How can we be an ally? I wish you all Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Dan, for that beautiful message and those encouraging words. We are thankful to you and your officers for all that you have done to help us navigate these unexpected moments in the life of our congregation and community. Our gratitude to you, the Board of Directors, and again to all my colleagues who have helped to make this Shabbat morning meaningful and positive. And we hope that Bella will have many, many lovely memories along with her family in this Shabbat. We are going to close the service in a few moments with a special video montage that will celebrate Bella. And as the montage is happening, we will be singing a favorite song of the family, Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, Psalm 150. Let me wish you all a Shabbat Shalom, and then you will all be unmuted at the end of the service so that you can give your good wishes to Bella and to her proud family. Shabbat Shalom, and for joining, we look forward to future celebrations. Mazel tov.
I did my best, it was much I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. And even when it all went wrong, I stood before the Lord of Song with nothing but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. El Bekocho, Hallelujah, Birkia Uzo, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Kero Pudlo, Hallelujah, Betika Shofar, Hallelujah, Bedin, Hallelujah. 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 Betokumako. Hallelujah. Beminim belugav. Hallelujah. Betirtele shama. Hallelujah. Betirtele truha. Kol haneshama tehallelujah. Kol haneshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Watch along.
Yep.
They're gonna, yeah, it's gonna unmute.
Unmute you so everybody can see.
Yay. Yeah, just stay up there so everyone can see you and you can see everyone.
Mazel tov, Bella, and Shabbat Shalom all.
Mazel tov, Bella.
Oh, Mazel tov.
We love you. Mazel tov. Congratulations, Bella. Mazel tov, Bella.
Good job, Belly.
Mazel tov, Bella. We love you.
It's beautiful, Bella.
Congrats, Bella.
Congrats, Bella. We love you.
Congrats.
I still see how weird
Mazel
that
tov, Bella.
you have to probably hit something.
Love you,
Where's
Bella.
the mute? Mute. Dad, not mute. Oops, sorry.
That doesn't mean all the ice is watching. You didn't see Paula.
Bye.
Shalom.
There's your friend on here.
Love you all.
Who's that? Smile.
Keep going back to.
Mazel tov, Bella. We love you.
Let's just talk. How do we do it? Yeah.
Hours.
You have to hit something. Are you sure we're...
Is it your face in there, Mara? No.
Great job, Bella. Mazel tov. We love you. Congratulations.